Welcome into this first carrier update presented by Powerfleet. I'm Tony Mulvey, joined by Donnie Gilbert. Donnie, we've got our NTI and the NTID, and we saw really the start of this week, we saw this kind of downward.
It got a little exciting, didn't it? So we've seen, I brought up the NTI and I noticed that it had dropped down just a couple of cents, but a couple of cents for a 7-day average. I was looking for why, what went wrong, or what happened. So I brought the NTID up here and I saw over the last couple of days, a 7 or 8 cent fall that was right here. And it came down to 281. It's already updated. It's come back up to about 288 though. But it kind of shows, if you look at it, the ups and downs. We're getting more downs and a little bit further downs right now. So middle of June, that's kind of a little bit concerning. We should start seeing that climb for the end of the month start happening here real soon. Let's pop over and look at the next chart here. And I've got this compared to, this is last year, and this is outbound tender rejection rate, so drive-in and reefer of last year, so 2021. And you look right here in the middle, here 14th, 15th, 16th of June, we start seeing this climb. Of course, this was more of a robust year, and rejection rates were much higher, over 20%. But we see this is kind of the pattern that we normally see for the latter part of June. Yeah. Now, if we pop over and compare it to what's going on right now, above you, up here in the green line, this is what we were just looking at. You go down to June 14, 15, you see the green little bubble there. Well, we're down here in the blue line and we're headed down. Yeah. So this is kind of concerning right now, but as we said, we expect this to kind of continue on over and kind of maybe a little bit of a bump at the end of June, not much of a bump for the June, in a month, in a quarter, and 4th of July. And then what happens after the 4th of July is probably could be very scary.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this and you look back, we saw that little uptick, and that was, I mean, Blitz Week really started it, right? And then you have Memorial Day. But since then, I mean, it's just kind of been on a downward trend. But you compare it, this is the time where we should see it at least start to move up, and every indication is it's not moving up at all.
No. And here we're down to 7.84%. So it's really starting to shift over where shippers can have the ability right now to take control of this market if carriers don't do anything.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you start factoring contract rates, trying to save themselves from the fuel market using those surcharges. It's not a surprise to see it maybe low, but I would expect to see that uptick, and it just hasn't happened.
Well, when we come back, we're going to take a look at what's going on in the fuel market, and then we'll take a look at some capacity trends, and then get to the lanes of the day.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for this update, Donnie. We'll be sure to check in with you again later. Right now, toss it over to Sydney Edwards with our first look at headlines.